KHQ is your hometown election headquarters. At 5 o'clock, we told you new information about Vice President Mike Pence's visit to Spokane next week.
It's going to be on Tuesday. They are still working out exactly where, but the Vice President will be here on behalf of 5th Congressional District candidate and incumbent Congresswoman Cathy McMorris Rodgers.
And speaking of the Congresswoman, she has a slightly different look these days. KHQ's Patrick Erickson found out why.
You may have noticed a change in look for Representative Cathy McMorris Rodgers during the election. Her campaign even asking us to replace the Congresswoman's picture with this one. You've probably also noticed a difference in how she's being portrayed in her TV ads as well, attempting to appeal to as many voters in what is shaping up to be one of her closest races in years.
So when I show you these two pictures,
I sat down with Michael Trelevin, an associate professor of political science at Gonzaga University. He's been closely following the election here in Washington's 5th District since the beginning. First, I asked him about the original picture her campaign had been using.
If I didn't know that she was an elected person, a politician, I would say she was a poised businesswoman.
Then the updated photo.
Her smile and direct look at the person looking at the photo is stronger here in the new one.
Trelevin says the Congresswoman's campaign is attempting to soften her image, trying to modify attitudes or feelings towards the candidate.
So if I were advising a campaign, I would say if you can soften the image, present an attractive, approachable image without doing harm to anything else in your campaign, then do it.
Now, whether or not this new approach will work, at this point, we'll just have to wait and see come November. In the studio tonight, Patrick Erickson, KHQ Local News.
Patrick, thank you. Meanwhile, KHQ's Peter Maxwell is covering Democratic candidate Lisa Brown's campaign and has answers to some viewer questions about candidate Brown's title during last week's town hall event.
Many viewers either sent emails or called the station asking about Democratic candidate Lisa Brown's town hall appearance at the Bing Crosby Theater and as to why she wasn't addressed as Dr. Brown. Take a listen.
Let's get started. We did flip a coin. Ms. Brown won the coin flip and chose to defer the first question.
During the town hall, you can hear the moderators of the town hall address her as Ms. Brown, and that was a request by her campaign. But moving forward, I spoke with Brown's campaign and her title, since she has so many depending on the context. The campaign was also thinking of how to title their candidate. For an example, when candidate Brown is discussing education or is at a university speaking, she's referred to as former WSU chancellor. But when discussing politics, she's referred to as former state senator Lisa Brown. But for the audience and the voters that she does meet out on the campaign trail, the Democratic candidate just wants voters to call her by her first name. Reporting on the campaign trail, I'm Peter Maxwell, KHQ Local News.